guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be checking out the Long Play Intellivision controller. This is a kind of a new controller that was designed, well actually I don't know when it was actually created. It says 2022 on the box, so I'm assuming it's fairly new. Anyways, this is a controller to replace the normally awkward controllers that you have to deal with when you want to play on your Intellivision. Now, I know it's been a debate with a lot of people. Some people love the Intellivision controllers. Some people hate the Intellivision controllers. Some people just manage with them. I have no problem with them myself. You know, I'm talking about the original Intellivision right now. I like the feel of them. I like the way they are. There's a few issues with them. And, you know, one of the biggest problems is that it's wired into the system. Both come attached, assembled to the system. So to take them out, you have to take the system apart. You have to take the console apart, and then you pull them out inside the microchip boards. So it's a little bit tricky. But the Intellivision 2 came along. I actually have this right here. Intellivision 2 came along at some point, and it's offered removable controllers. Now, I picked this up a while ago. I have working Intellivision, but I wanted to have the Intellivision 2 as well. I thought it was a neat system. But when I got this, I did not really like the controllers at all. I'm going to take one out of the thing here. Now, they are removable, which is good. I'm going to try and remove. There we go. So you do have, you know, the plug, which is good. And that's what made this system, you know, a little bit, put that down before I break it, a little bit more bearable, is that you can actually, if you break a controller or if you need a new controller, you can just buy a new one. But the thing is, I don't like this one. You can see it's got a recessed ridge here. The buttons are more like what do they call that? It's like the webby kind. I forgot the name, the technical name for the, but membrane. I think that's what it's called. It's weird buttons. I like the buttons on the original one. They're nice little bubbles. But the disc is okay, and it's fine, but it's a little bit thick and clunky, and I'm not a fan of this one. So anyways, we're going to get into what I actually want to talk about, and that's this new Long Play controller. So this came out, it's Intellivision disc controller, Cote Gamers, right there on the bottom there. From what I understand, this was... these are like made out of like plastic, out of, you know, 3D printer plastic, I think, as far as the shells are concerned. But you see the box just kind of slides open, just comes out like that. Everything's just sitting in there. This is just like a sleeve. And it says, disc controller. The Long Play disc controller connect directly to the Intellivision 2 console. The connection to Model 1 is done by an adapter that's sold separately. So you can actually... get this thing connected to your original Intellivision as well, but you're going to need to get the adapter. So I'm going to have to look into that if I'm going to want to plug this into my original. So you can see everything's in the box here. You got the nice little foamy thing. Yeah, so let's take a look first of all at the controller, because there's two other things in there. So it's yellow. Not sure why they went with yellow, what the reasoning for that was. I thought it was going to be white. You know, kind of that beige color to go with the Intellivision. If you see, it's like, you know, the Intellivision controller's got that kind of off-white. This is yellow. But, I mean, that's no big deal. And you see it's got the 9-pin adapter, plug, I should say. That looks like your standard Atari plug, you know, that they used. It really looks nice. For whatever reason, the Intellivision 2 had that kind of an L shape, or, you know, L. to plug it in. But you can see it's got nice plastic backing. It's square. They wanted to go with like almost like the Nintendo look, which is cool. And the buttons. So that was the other thing too, that you got these buttons here. A lot of people don't like the side buttons on the Intellivision. And I'm going to show you this one here. This one I also don't like either. It's also recessed in there. They're hard to push. This is just not as good. Maybe some people love this controller, I don't know, but to me, I just prefer the original one. But I'm happy now that I can try this out, which plays more like a gamepad. So you can actually hold it like this, You got your keypad in the middle there. The buttons are actually nice buttons. You could actually feel it. You can feel the click. And so you know you're actually hitting the button. So we got like you got the arrow buttons. Now it is missing things like, you know, clear, enter, but that's no big deal. I mean, you should know your buttons by now. Pretty much that's the clear button, that's the enter button. But yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty lightweight. It does have a slot, I was told. There it is. There's a slot so you can actually put the overlay in there. Maybe we can try one. I don't know if I have an overlay around me. But yeah, and then the disc. The disc spins like it's supposed to. And it feels a little bit more like a, I don't know. Doesn't feel like as, it's a little bit different than the actual controller or the actual disc controller. You can feel a little bit more click in there. Now what's cool is you got these extra buttons things in here. So you can see like that. That's like a D-pad. It's kind of hard to see with the being black and black. And there's a thumbstick piece too. So if you really want to play with the thumbstick. Now I'm assuming there's a button on the, there's something here on the top. I'm going to have to learn how to do that, but there's a way to change this. So I'm going to have to look into that. And inside here, I guess this is how I'm going to learn. Got the manual. Boop. Long play. So I guess they call it the long play because this feels a lot more comfortable in your hand. So this is going to have more of the information, the making of it, which is cool. You're going to look in there. Got the making of it. A little bit of a backstory. Well, that's kind of neat. Some of the programming you can see there. You can see how they got the overlay in there. And I guess that's how it looks like on the inside. That's pretty cool. And there's I guess that's what the adapter would have looked like if I had one. So it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat controller. Definitely going to have to look into how to change to the, I guess that's what they're calling it, the analog sticks. Going to have to learn how to do that. I don't know if I have to unscrew it or if I'm going to have to just, you know, if there's a way to easily take this thing apart. And if I'm going to want to use them, I think I'm going to want to try them out on each one. You know, just to see. It'll be fun. I'll be, you know, once I get this thing hooked up and start using it, I'll try doing a couple of games with it and I'll see what the difference is. If it feels different, if it makes the game better, if it makes it worse, I don't know. It's gonna be an experience. But yeah, you know, it still looks like a telephone, but it's just the way you want to look at it. I mean, this would be it if it was like the original, except you're missing the side buttons. Anyways, yeah, this is pretty cool. This is something I'm going to be trying out. I'm going to be connecting it to my Intellivision over the next couple of videos, maybe, and we'll give them a shot and see how this thing works. I don't know why the buttons on it, like here, don't have any markings. You can see there's nothing there, but anyways, yeah, this will be interesting to try out. But just to let you know that this exists, and if you're an Intellivision fan, or if you love the Intellivision but you hate the controller, there's something that's different, and as long as you got the connectors or you have the Intellivision 2, you can give it a try. Anyways, let me know what you think. Do you have one of these? Have you seen them before? Have you ever tried it? What's your impression of it? What do you think of the original controllers? Do you like the original controllers? I always like to know what you have to say. Throw some comments down below. Hope you subscribe, and we'll talk to you later.